Yo, 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 what is good, everyone? What is everyone up to today? Hopefully, everyone's doing good. I know it's early for some people, but yeah, it's early. I know it's afternoon in some parts of the country, but here it's still morning. Hence why the title is called Monday Morning Hangout, because it's still morning here for almost another hour. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure to share this everywhere. So hold on, y'all. There we go. Sorry, I just had to share that everywhere. So let me turn off that light speed real quick here. What's up? What is up? I know everyone's getting ready to head out to the gathering, either this week and starting next week. I know people are just getting there. Hopefully, everyone's getting there less. All has gotten all their packing done. That's one thing I learned, especially going to the gathering, is just pack your stuff ahead of time. Usually, maybe 3 weeks in advance is the best time to probably pack your stuff. What's up? Just chilling. I know it's not morning for some people, but technically here it's morning still. So, what's everyone want to talk about? Nice. What new album are you listening to? See, that's what I don't get. When I go live on Instagram, sometimes my microphone acts stupid, but when I go live on here, it seems to act perfectly fine. Oh, Smashing Pumpkins released a new album. Interesting. Did not know they dropped a new album. Might have to go listen to that. What's up? What up? What up? What up? Whoop, whoop. How goes it? Hopefully everyone's gotten their stuff all packed for the gathering. Yeah, when I usually pack, I try to pack like a week. I usually try to pack 2 weeks in advance just to make sure everything's there. Because it's better to try to do it a little bit ahead of time, just so, yeah. Gathering program is out. Oh yeah, just checking it out. Oh yeah. Again, everyone who is going to the gathering, have fun, be safe, make sure you guys are staying hydrated, drink plenty of water and Gatorade during the day, stay hydrated during the day, because especially in July and August in Ohio is when it gets like super hot, and super humid, so everyone just make sure you're staying hydrated. Because I've seen people at the gathering drink during the day, and I'm like, don't do that to yourself. Just don't do that to yourself. You're asking for a bad time if you drink during the day when it's hot. Like liquor when it's like hot as hell out. You're like asking for it. Save the liquor till like the nighttime when it's somewhat more night, when it's a little somewhat more cooler. Dilly, what's up, man? Whoop whoop. So why we have some of y'all here? Who are some guests you guys would like to see on the Hours of Chaos podcast? Someone we may not have had on the show, someone you would like to see back on the show. Because we've had a who's who usually on the show. So leave your thoughts. Who do you want back on the show? and who would you like to see on the show that hasn't been on the show? Because we've had quite a bit of people. We've had up-and-coming people on the show. People that some would know. And then we've had legends on the show. Your friend, he went to his first gathering in 2023 last year. Hell yeah. And like I said, you can guarantee I won't miss the 25th annual, because we're going to even push early. We're going to push to have your boy do stuff for the gathering this year. We tried to make it happen for the third or fourth time for stuff to happen, but this next year we're going to try for either 4 or 5 times the charm. So J-Day in Worcester. Hell yeah. Juggalo Day is going to be in Worcester, Massachusetts. That's cool. Hell yeah. That's something I'm actually putting on my bucket list too. I'm trying to go to like the other like Juggalo events that I haven't gone to. Like obviously I've been to a Hall of Wicked now, but now my goal is to go to a Juggalo Day or J-Day or Juggalo Weekend, as it's known as. Go to that. Go to Bala's. Yeah. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Are those like people that are those like people you want on the show, Dilly, or are those just because yeah, definitely want to bring a lot of these people on. We've definitely had Humble on. We've had Frankie on, so we're probably gonna to continue that series of the legendary interviews of bringing Frankie Goldie on the Hours of Chaos podcast for part 3. We've definitely had Darby on twice, but I don't know if he'd be willing to come back on. Maybe. We've definitely had Will Gates on. We've had Cheese House on before. They recall it. Hell yeah, that'd be dope. We've had Acetone on, so if we could get Acetone and even Frankie Goldie on his Gloom unit together, that would be dope. Maybe Darby would be down to come back on. I don't know. I don't know. We've had him on the show twice. I'd love to have him on again. Shouts to Darby. That could possibly happen, but I don't know. From what I remember, I don't think Ouija Mac does interviews, but maybe. I don't know. But Ouija's my boy. That's my dude. So I don't know if he would. I mean, I love always providing a lot of the best interviews with you guys. I've always loved providing the best interviews, promoting people, and all that good old happy jazz. Because the Hours of Chaos podcast is about everything. We do everything from dropping news, saying our thoughts on stuff, to having guests on the show. Right? And a Ouija and Ouija and Chaos would be insane. I'm sure it would. It'd be dope. Hell yeah. And the whole point of the Hours of Chaos podcast, it's always been just talking about this juggalo shit, dropping news topics, and promoting people. Because you guys know, I live, breathe for this juggalo shit. I have since I was 8 years old. Since I'm 98 and still going strong in 2024. So I'm going to try to upload all the episodes of the Hours of Chaos podcast that there is, or at least the ones that are still in Carnival Spirits. I'm going to try to make those as a playlist here on my personal channel. But some of those episodes I can't recover because some of those episodes were on my only on my personal channel. So we're still on that road to the 300th episode, which is crazy still to believe. What's up, Dungeon? I wasn't supposed to be a jug, but with this. Yep. A lot of us are born this. But there's definitely some guests that we've tried to have on the show that we will probably never try to reach out to come on the show ever again. So I think when we do come back with the actual show, it's going to be a Hangout stream / just anyone that has been on the show that wants to come back on to promote what they want to have can come on. Well, happy 30 years to the Terror Wheel. That really came out 30 years ago? Damn, that's insane. Hell yeah, thank you, Dungeon. Appreciate you. Yeah, really? The Terror Wheel came out 30 years ago? That's insane. I think it'd be cool if someone could score a inner Nozawa, the Japanese wrestler that's a juggalo at least time. I'd love to interview Nozawa. That dude is a very underrated wrestler. The dude's got a very good talent. I've got the chance to see him wrestle quite a few times for JCW, which was dope. When JCW did an event here in Denver, he wrestled there. And that was at the time he would come out to the song Dragula by Rob Zombie, which was dope. Anyone remember that? Yeah, he's actually a very good wrestler too. Whatever happened? And he was trained by the great Muda, which is another great wrestler. You trying to hit any events the rest of the year, Don? I'm definitely going to. Damn it. I'm definitely going to Hollow Wicked. I'm definitely going to Gorefest because that's almost, even though I've been home since June, Gorefest is gonna probably be my homecoming party or my homecoming like show. Probably. I know Suicide Boys is coming here a few days after my birthday, so maybe I'm gonna try to go there for my birthday. Chaos for Hollow Wicked. Yeah, I really want to do it because I went to Hollow Wicked in 2021 and it was dope. When I think where you guys live, Waifu, it's not too far to drive to Michigan from. I don't know exactly where you guys live. I don't know if you want to give that out, but yeah. All I know is when I went to Hollow Wicked in 2021, it didn't take long. Basically, me and the homie, me and her got on the plane. We flew to Louisville, Kentucky, and then we drove from Kentucky all the way to Michigan, which didn't take long because Louisville's not too far off from the Ohio-Kentucky border. So basically, you just have to drive through the rest of Kentucky, which isn't that bad. Then all you got, the whole state you got to drive through, and it still doesn't even take that long, is Ohio. And then Michigan is the next state. So, yes, she did tell me that. Oh, I'm definitely going. Trust me. Especially after I went to my first Hall Wicked in 2021. That's something I'm going to not miss. Because, yes, it's cool to see ICP live anywhere. Like at the Gathering, that's dope. And all these other events. But when you see ICP live on Halloween night in their hometown, it's a whole nother element. Oh yeah, it is an easy drive. Like I said, Louisville's not too far off from the Kentucky-Ohio border. But this time, instead of like where we met at a homie in Kentucky and then drove up from Kentucky to Detroit, me and the homie are probably just gonna now just straight out fly to Detroit from Denver. Yeah, 6 hours is not really that bad of a drive. Technically, I don't think it is. That's pretty much a good road trip drive. I remember when I went to the Gathering 2021, like counting stopping to get to Colorado, Ohio, it's only supposed to be like a 16, 17-hour drive. Maybe even a 24-hour drive. But we had to stop so many times, and this was ridiculous, that it literally, just to get to the Gathering that year in 2021, instead of it being only a 24-hour drive or an 18, 17-hour drive, it turned out to be a 48-hour drive. It was ridiculous. Oh God, by the time I got to the Gathering, I'm like, oh God. That was ridiculous. Yeah, But then from what I've heard, to get to Detroit to Denver, it's not really that bad of a flight. It's really not. Oh, I did take naps in between. You can guarantee that. But like I said, it was only supposed to be 17-hour drive counting stopping, so it would have been only maybe a 24-hour drive. It ended up being a 48-hour drive. That's how bad it was. And we were trying to get there for the parking lot party. I don't think we got there in time for the parking lot party. We got to go get there the day of that they opened the gates, yes, but yeah. Or we got there late just as like the parking lot party was like winding down a little bit. Basically, we got there at night, so it was harder for me to find people at night during the parking lot party than when I first went to the gathering in 2018. We got there during the day, so it'd be easier to find people in the parking lot. But no, we got there at night, and I was lucky enough to find some of the people that I did at night. And then I had to find the other people that I was looking for once daytime hit. I was like, hey, I tried to come here on time during the day for the parking lot party, but, you know, what's up with the world being on fire? Well, Colorado's been in a very crazy drought. It gets pretty hot and dry here in Colorado usually. Sometimes. And most of the time, wildfires are started here because either the lightning, the heat we've been getting lately, or there's idiots when they go camping or just in general, they don't put out the fire all the way properly, and that's what usually causes some of the fires here, is because idiots don't know how to put out a fire properly when they're camping or whatever they're doing. And I figured out that's why the gathering didn't happen here one time, because at one point the gathering was going to be here in Colorado, but at the time they were planning to have it here in Colorado, we were like in a very, very bad drought. So easily anything could have been lit on fire. So, and you know, when people bring fireworks to the gathering, so add that, taking fireworks to the gathering and coming to Colorado when we're in a drought, that would have been a very bad idea. Especially if it was somewhere near the mountains. You know, like I said, most of the fires get started here because people will either start them by accident and then they don't know, they were never taught properly how to put out a fire. So yeah, to have the gathering at that time in Colorado when we were in a bad drought would have been very bad. Very, very bad. God damn, that's insane. But it's pretty normal to get wildfires here in Colorado. Like I said, most of them are just caused by the dry air or lightning, or because idiots do stupid shit. Which I thought we were going to not be in a drought anymore, because I think it was a few years ago we were finally drought free, because I didn't even notice at the time, but before all that we were in a drought in Colorado for like 20 years, which is insane. It's crazy. Especially where I've been staying lately, where I'm at, it gets hot, because there are trees where I'm at, but there's not enough of them. And then in the winter here, where I'm staying, it gets, because I'm familiar with this area, I've lived in this area before. In the summer, it gets super hot. In the winter, it gets super cold. And in the winter, especially in Colorado, we ask for snow, because a cold and dry winter is miserable. If you're here in the winter and it's cold and dry, that is a bad combination and it's miserable. So you actually want the snow because it gets some of that moisture. Even if the snow just melts as soon as it hits the ground, it helps because when it's cold and dry here in the winter, it sucks. Yep, they are. That is facts right there. First time God's in a flood, now he's trying to. Oh, yeah. When you get these fires going, it is really hard, especially these wildfires, and they're not contained. The air gets really hard to breathe. And that's the one thing about these wildfires. You can feel the effects of them even in other parts of the country, which sucks. I remember one year when California was having really bad wildfires, you could feel the effects from those wildfires all the way in Colorado. And that air was so hard to breathe because with my old job, there was some times where I had to work outside, and trying to work outside with all that shit was so hard to breathe. It was terrible and miserable. Even my eyes were burning. That's how bad it was one year because we were feeling the effects of the California wildfires one time, and this is at the one other time when I switched jobs. I was working at a warehouse job, and the warehouses in California were really getting affected by those wildfires. So a lot of us had to pick up the load from the California warehouses. Yep. I'm out here thinking the new now dark planet, the Ark. This time, like, bro, we leaving or what? See, even Rosie's like, what's going on? So, what else do y'all want to talk about? Yeah, maybe someday we'll get Ouija on here. Never say never, I guess. Again, as far as I know, he doesn't do interviews, but I could be wrong. I've seen him do quite few interviews here and there. Like his interview with DJ Paul is dope. I really love that interview. The original tribal chief, right? What is up, B Clown? What's good? Salute to you. Also, y'all, support your boy. Go get yourself some Chaos Strip down below because there's a project that I'm currently working on. So go get yourself some Chaos Strip. Rep that shit proud. Hold on, y'all. I'll be back. So I'm back and someone wanted to say hi. One of the most famous jug doggies online. Dash White. Huh. For anyone that's been following your boys for years, everyone knows who Rosie is. A lot of y'all remember when I got Rosie when she was a puppy, when she was only 11 months old. And now she is 9 years old. So a lot of people have watched Miss Rosie since I've been watching for years. Remembers when Rosie was just a little puppy, huh, girlie? Daddy's girl. Little puppy. Yes. Yes. Yeah, she is a sweet dog. She's very sweet. That dog has helped me through so much, you have no idea. A dog is basically my emotional support dog. That dog has helped me through so much. And she was actually my coping mechanism in 2016 when my grandmother passed away. Let's see. Trees on fire. He has one with Blind Fury. Yeah, I remember seeing that interview. Like I said, there's a few Ouija interviews out there. I think that's why a lot of people like my interviews, because I don't ask the same repetitive question. I try to ask different questions because, I mean, yes, I will ask some of my guests the same question, but I'm always guaranteed to get a different answer, which is why I ask sometimes the same question, even if I'm interviewing someone different, because you're guaranteed to get a different answer. Like when I ask an artist what are their top 5 albums of all time, or when they go to a desert, they're stuck on a desert island, which name 5 artists or bands discography are you taking with you? And I always get a different answer, which is dope. Or you ask your guest what's the first album that they remember purchasing with their own money. That's always dope to hear. Or the first album they ever purchased. Or when you ask them what's the first song they remember ever hearing that got them more listening to music. That's always cool. If they're a rapper, you want to ask them what's the first rap song that made you like rap, or what was this rap song that made you want to start rapping. Like, yeah. Is that right, Wozy? She's in guard duty, so she's trying to protect me. Aren't you? Hey, she may be a small dog, but she makes one hell of a guard dog, even with her size. What was my first favorite album? Probably it would be the Purple Rain by Prince. That would probably be it. That's one of the ones I could probably think of. But then again, I used to listen to a lot of stuff back then. Yeah, Dookie by Green Day is classic. I love that album. I love Green Day. Never seen them in concert yet. I'd still love to, even if they're performing their old stuff. I'd love to see that. If they do a Dookie anniversary tour, you can guarantee I will go there. And yes, I know American Idiot was kind of their breakout album, but even American Idiot is a great album because that's the album that I listened to a lot. That helped me get through my elementary school, middle school, and high school years. That album, American Idiot, was like the soundtrack to me growing up at the time. Both those albums. But First album you liked every single track off with no skips. Let's see. No skips and misses on it. That would have to be... Let me pull that up again. It would either be Nas's Illmatic or Thriller by Michael Jackson. That would probably be it. Funny how I said that, because they always said Illmatic is like the Thriller of hip-hop. Just like they say Midnight Marauders by Tribe Called Quest is literally the White Album of hip-hop. That's like Illmatic. Illmatic is like the Thriller of hip-hop, basically. And then The Chronic, which everyone, I learned, especially more when I thought about it more, The Chronic is more like The Dark Side of the Moon by Pink Floyd, but it's the Chronic is the dark side of the moon of hip-hop, basically. And because, Nas is definitely one of my favorite MCs of all time. I was going to go see Nas a few years ago here in Denver one time. He was like doing like an anniversary, I think, for Illmatic, where he was performing that whole album from beginning to end, which is dope. Which I think a lot more artists need to do that. Like, some people say that's the artist or group just banking off their old shit. I don't see it that way. The way I see it, it's like nostalgia. They're doing it to bring back like nostalgia for a lot of people. So, like when ICP would like perform a lot of the Joker cards from beginning to end, or their side shows, I liked that they were doing that because it brought back like nostalgia. And it's like giving you an experience where you're listening to the album, but from beginning to end, you're like listening to that album from beginning to end live, which makes the experience even more dope. So it's like, it's like I'm listening to this album from beginning to end, but I'm hearing this album or EP from beginning to end live, which makes it dope. Which, even though that album is very short, I would still love to see a live performance of... What was I thinking of? Now I can't think of it. Fuck. Respect to y'all. But yes, get yourselves some Chaos Strip, because there's a project that I'm currently working on. I want to see that Chaos Strip everywhere, y'all. Everywhere. Especially because we have some new designs coming out. Hell yeah. Yep. I love blue Gatorade. I love the fruit punch, but I have to be in the mood for it. But my favorite Gatorade is the regular blue one, and then Glacier Freeze. Well, not just that. I just want to... It's cool to see people repping your shit. It's really cool. It's kind of like how ICP and other artists said, when you start seeing people rep your shit, it's really dope. Oh, yeah. Again, Hours of Chaos podcast is going to be back on Thursdays. Again, it will be 6 local time, so Mountain Time, my time, 7 Central, 8 Eastern. When that happens, I don't know exactly. Again, I don't know. You can just guarantee it will be on Thursdays. Trust me. I've always figured Thursdays are the best days. We're still on the road to the 300th episode, even though a lot of those episodes got deleted, but I've still been able to keep track of what episode I was on, so that's what's good, is I've been able to keep track of what episode I'm on. Yeah. Jobs that don't understand mental illness can fuck off. Jobs that don't understand that can fuck off. What up, Big Sis Nasty? And that's why I always guarantee people, just always hit up people just to make sure everyone's okay. Or if someone's trying to reach out to you, eventually just try to always reach out to that person, because you never know. Someone could just be reaching out to you because they need someone to talk to. Just remember, you can always make a difference, and you're probably helping someone, even if you're just talking to them for a bit. Because some people probably just want to talk to someone because maybe they're going through a rough time. And if you're busy, okay, but eventually try to respond eventually back to that person, because you never know. Someone could be just trying to reach out to you because they need someone to talk to. And that's what bothers me, is that some people don't understand mental illness. You know, it bothers me. And everyone has their own way of coping with stuff. Yes, we're all individuals. We're all supposed to be individuals. Everyone has their own coping mechanism. But maybe someone just needs someone to talk to. So someone might be hitting you up because maybe they just need someone to talk to. And you never know. You probably make a big difference just talking to that person. Said we got to help each other and uplift each other. And then we got to weed out the ops that try to sneak in here. Yep. Oh, yeah. Yep. Yep. That's true. You know, in a lot of the work industry these days, or a lot of stuff in general, it's all this stuff is like very backwards, which is weird. Everything's like backwards, which is really weird. Exactly. Even small talk. Yep. Even small talk. There's no small talk though. When I feel completely isolated, a convo about the weather is even welcome at that point. Yep. You know, you can have serious conversations. Sometimes you can just have random conversations. It's all right, as long as you're. Some people just need a conversation. You know. this is why I'm called Don Chaos in the community, because people usually reach out to me if they need someone to talk to, and I'll listen. Yep. You knew exactly what I was talking about, Dilly. Now I'm going to have to go listen to that song, because that song is actually fucking dope. I don't give a shit what anyone says. That song is fucking dope. And that song bangs, y'all. Now I'm going to have to go listen to that song after this. Oh, yeah. Lil Wayne on that song is... Lil Wayne fucking murders that song. I don't care what anyone says. Lil Wayne can have bars when he wants to. Lil Wayne can spit when he needs to. I don't give a fuck. I would choose Lil Wayne over Drake any day. There's some Drake that I kind of liked, but I've never fully liked a solo Drake song. It's usually a song that he's on with someone. But yeah, Lil Wayne can drop bars when he needs to. Especially back in the early 2000s when I was like still in high school, middle school, and elementary school. God damn. Oh yeah, he can spit. And I heard from a lot of people that some people say he can actually put on a really good live performance. Like the Carter 2 and the Carter 3. How could you not like those albums? Come on. Just like even though that song was playing on the radio and a lot of people, I understand once it was playing on the radio a lot, the song got repetitive, but I don't give a shit. I still love the song 6 Foot, 7 Foot by Lil Wayne. I fucking love that song. I don't give a shit. The beat to that song still goes hard, and Lil Wayne goes fucking ham on that song, even though he's just spewing out random shit. And that's kind of the whole point of what Lil Wayne is. A lot of people don't realize Lil Wayne is a freestyler. Some of the shit he does, he just goes in off the top of his dome sometimes. And people forget that's what freestyling is. You're just going off the top of your dome. Exactly. It ain't his fault you got him. And I love that song. That song is dope. I'll still dance to that song. Especially because you know the song that it's sampling. Which is why I've always loved that song too. Hold on, y'all. All right. Had to let the dog back in. Tough. Hell yeah. You know, even Lil Wayne's, you know, a lot of people hated his verse on Fuck Food. I loved it. I loved it. I loved that song, Fuck Food. Lil Wayne's verse on there goes fucking nuts, too. Like I said, Lil Wayne can fucking drop bars. Even if it's about the most randomest shit, he can do it. Anywho, what else do y'all want to talk about? Oh, yeah. No. Oh, if you guys... if you hear T-Pain without the auto-tune, T-Pain, yeah, he's known for his auto-tune, which is fine. But you listen to even T-Pain without the auto-tune in his natural voice, he's got a great voice. I don't care what anyone says. Yeah, T-Pain is cool with auto-tune, but when you hear T-Pain in his natural voice, whether he's singing in his natural voice or he's rapping in his natural voice, goddamn, he can sing, he can rap, like holy shit. Yeah, T-Pain's War Pigs cover is fucking dope. I love it. If anyone hasn't, everyone still needs to go hear that. T-Pain doing his cover of War Pigs in his natural voice, and it's fucking amazing. Yeah, definitely go now. Look it up. Yeah, Ozzy Osbourne did give him roses. Ozzy gave him props for it, too. The legendary Ozzy Osbourne. That's another thing. Ozzy is also like one of my favorite artists of all time. Just like I don't care what anyone says if that song gets overplayed. The song No More Tears by Ozzy Osbourne, that song never gets old to me. That song never gets old. And that Ozzy album, Ordinary Man, is fucking dope. That album that Ozzy put out a few years ago, Ordinary Man, is fucking dope. Like when I found out that Ozzy and Elton John, one of my other favorite artists, was going to be working together, my mind flipped. And that song is dope. That's another track you guys need to listen to. That is literally a dream collab for me that came true. Ozzy Osbourne and Elton John. That is legendary. Sharon going off on ICP when they were talking about Ozzy drug issues, and that's like it wasn't true. Well, we all know Ozzy had a history of drug problems. We all know this. And we're not going to judge him for it. Yeah. For anyone who likes Elton John, too, that was a dream collab. Ozzy and Elton John on the track Ordinary Man. That song, no matter how many times I hear it, brings me to tears. And that song gets me in the feels. Yeah, but they weren't mean and disrespectful. They were praising him for being a badass. And she was like, don't say that shit, right? Right? They were praising him, and she was taking it like they were taking shots at him. Right? Oh, I know they weren't meaning it disrespectfully. I know ICP loves Ozzy. It's Ozzy Osbourne. Pretty much. That does actually make sense. She was projecting her own shame of Ozzy. She pretty much was. I don't think I have. Oh. Yeah, she clearly don't know them well enough to have that. It was so bad. LOL. The comment section was worse. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Those classic ICP on Howard Stern shows. I mean, Howard Stern show was crazy enough, but you always know when ICP was going to be on there, it was about to be crazy. Yeah. All those moments when they were on Howard Stern was just crazy and nuts. They say trying to kill us, but we just keep it real, and they see we ain't hiring nobody. No rides, no. Yep. Yep. Exactly. This is a culture, y'all. This is a culture. This ain't a hobby. There's some on here that do this shit for a hobby. I'm on here to talk about this culture that I know and love, that I've been in since I was 8 years old. That's right, we a culture. We a community. Facts. That's facts. Excuse me. I'm really actually enjoying these more hangouts. I'm probably going to have to do them more often. Like I said, I am going to start doing these hangout things more often where I just chat it up with you guys until I pick the right time to come back with the show. That's right. That is right. Cult of Chaos, y'all. Cult of Chaos. Please, this was the first time when I got my dishes. Oh, yeah. Well, that's what I like to do. I like to just sometimes just sit here and talk with you guys. Because I don't perpetrate, I don't think the funk. The person I am on here is exactly how I am. Chill person I am on here is exactly how I am in real life. Mad chill. Sometimes I get very anxious because I do suffer from anxiety, but once I do open up to people, it helps. Yeah, I'll definitely do more Hangout streams. Because I do want to get back with, like I said, I eventually want to get back into doing the show. Because I miss doing interviews. You guys have no idea. There's a reason why I won Best Jug Interviewer. Because I provide those great interviews and I like to promote people. So that's why with the Hours of Chaos podcast, you're going to get a bit of everything. You're going to get us interviewing people, dropping news, saying our thoughts on stuff going on in the community. We do a bit of everything. And we built that. I didn't just build that. Yeah, I've done all like the work putting it together myself, but we built the Hours of Chaos podcast. We did that. You guys are the team that helped build it. Hashtag Cult of Chaos. Exactly. We built this city. We built this city on rock and roll. It's a good song. That's actually the stations that I listen to a lot. Especially now that I'm back living in Colorado, I listen to the classic rock station here in Colorado. And I've listened to that station for years. Exactly. We built this city on wicked shit. Well, there's a reason why I'm Don Chaos. They call me the Don of Denver, Colorado. I'm the Don of Denver, Colorado for a reason. Damn right. Come on, there we go. I'm also the tribal chief here. In this case, the Chaos Chief. Which didn't I say that some people were going to weed themselves out? I was right. Because when I did a video a few weeks ago asking why do people do this, come on YouTube and talk about this stuff, I gave my answer why I like to do it. No one else did it. And I said in the video, I don't do this for a hobby. I do this because I'm a part of this culture. I didn't see anyone else do it. Not that I'm aware of. If anyone did do a video, send it to me. Because it's hard for me to keep track of everything. That's why I have ears everywhere. So, yeah. Just like when I did a video explaining my name, why I got the name Don Chaos, which if you guys haven't, go watch that. And then I want a lot of y'all to explain how you got your name. Because how I got my name Don Chaos is very significant. And it wasn't just a name that was given to me. Just out of the blue. My nickname has always been significant with how I am as a person. And I use reverse psychology. I basically, just because the word chaos sounds negative, it's in reverse psychology. So, yeah. Yeah, Logan Paul's been involved in wrestling for quite a while. Yeah, Logan Paul, he is a great wrestler, but as a person, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Especially with his old YouTube shit. That dude is a fucking tool. As a wrestler, he's good. When he was trying to be an entertaining YouTuber, shit in the city, that dude was a fucking tool. And he was a fucking goofball. And not in a good way. Like I said, as a wrestler, he is a good wrestler. As a person, fuck him. Anyone should know part of the reason why I don't like him as a person. I'm sure a lot of people know why. A lot of people don't like him as a person. He's a fucking goof. And not in a good way. He is a fucking goof. Like I said, he's a fucking tool, too. And that's one thing, like I said, we got to weed out these ops. Or if we don't weed them out, we got to let them weed themselves out. And we got to get rid of these fucking culture vultures, too, because that's the kind of shit that really sets me off, too, is fucking culture vultures. Makes me want to listen to Vultures by ICP right now, which is a good song. Exactly. He is easily one of the best celebrity wrestlers. But yeah, shit human being. Oh yeah, never forget the Force. That's exactly, basically. See, Dilly? Because of shit like that, what he did, the stuff with the Suicide Forest video in Japan, fuck him for that. I've known people that committed suicide and he wanted to make a fucking joke out of it. Fuck him. I mean, I like when people go to that forest just to try to like help people and get answers. But when people try to go to that forest to make jokes about the whole thing, fuck those people. I mean, I'm fascinated by that forest too, but don't go in there and trying to be comedic. It's a very serious issue, bruh. So fuck him for that. And anyone that has gone into that forest just to try to make comedy or joke shit, fuck those people. That was somebody's child, and you just say. Exactly. And just the way he handled the whole situation, he was a fucking goof. Like I said, I'm fascinated by that forest too. But when people go into that forest to try to be funny and shit, fuck those people. Just like to the people that are just riding the Juggalo Escalade and then now they're getting off. Or the people that just mooch off our culture and our community. Fuck those people. For the people that are bitching about the gathering lineup, fuck those people. If you don't care about the lineup, either go do something else or just don't go. It's that simple, y'all. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and get off for a bit because I do have stuff I need to go do. And yeah, I'll probably be back on tomorrow. Probably during the day. Tomorrow night. I don't know. Yeah, hopefully everyone's enjoying these little hangout streams that I do until the show comes back. If you guys have any ideas of video topics you want me to touch on, let me know. Or if there's any news you guys want me to drop in a video format, just let me know. Yep. He low-key paid for it in the loan. Yep. He lost friendships, endorsements, and he'll never get back. The Rock for... Fuck yeah. Again, Logan Paul, great athlete. As a human being, fuck him. All right, y'all. You guys already know who I am. I am Mr. D to the O to the N to the C to the H to the A to the O to the S, your friendly neighborhood JUGGALO, the Karma Millionaire. If you don't know, now you know. And if you still don't know, well then, it sucks to be you if you don't know. So, deuces, y'all. Love you guys. Have a great day or night whenever you view this. We're just getting started here, y'all. You can't keep a good jug down. Whoop, whoop.